gentlemen, we are inbound on final approach. I say again, inbound on final.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to State Police Exhibit, specifically the short rappelling demonstration. Take a look at the top of the roof. We got your host, we call him Ozzy, for the name is Sergeant Eric the Irish Hand Grenade Osborne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Day 5 of the Great New York State Fair. Appreciate you folks coming out. I especially appreciate those of you that sat through that dog show for no other reason than to secure prime seats for this. Best show at the exhibit, guaranteed not to give you fleas. Right. We are SORT. SORT is the tactical element for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations you would expect a SWAT team to conduct. High-risk felony warrants, drug raids, barricaded subjects, hostage situations, dignitary protection. However, we also perform a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily associate with a SWAT team, such as search and rescue to include hang or rappelling and rope rescue, which is what we're going to demonstrate here today. Our team started back in 1979 in anticipation of the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. They took a bunch of firearms instructors, most of whom were veterans, and they sent them to the FBI to be trained in counterterrorism tactics. They were called the Mobile Response Team at that point. We've undergone several evolutions, and in 2008, we changed our name to Special Operations Response Team and became a full-time detail. Our guys no longer work the road. We have 5 teams spread out across the state. Each team is responsible for maintaining their own equipment, all the way from the large pieces like that Lenco Bearcat, the armored vehicle over there in the grass, all the way down to our individual climbing harnesses. On the front of each guy's harness today, you're going to notice what we call a figure 8. This is our descent device. The rope is fed through that. That top hand on the rope is just a guide hand, just keeps us upright. The one back here down by the hip, that's the moneymaker, that's our brake hand. As we take our hand away from our hip and open it slightly, it allows the rope to freely flow through that device. That's when we let gravity do its job, and we refer to that as letting her eat. When we bring it back towards our hip, puts friction on the device, slowing and eventually stopping. But telling is one thing, showing you something different. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. Up on the left side of the tower from the North Central team, Trooper Robert Burke. On the right side of the tower, also from North Central, Trooper Cole Seabass. Down here on the ropes, North Central's assistant team leader, Sergeant Ryan Ordway. In that top window, spinning our beats, fresh off his European tour where he played clubs from Milan to Minsk, our DJ, Trooper Ryan DJ Jazzy Ferrucci. And signing today's show, with a hand speed of a mongoose and the reflexes of a cheetah hopped up on monster, I give you Tessa! Up on the left side of the tower, you've got from South Central, Trooper Ben Manway. And on the right side, last but not least, from South Central, Trooper Adam Kohler. He is enthusiastic. Adam, hold up. Dude, I'm sorry, I totally forgot. about the one demo we were supposed to do, and you're there, so you're being volunteered. All right, folks. Like I said, a lot of times, you know, I talked to you about the break hand and all that. Throughout the course of our state fair, the guys are going to want to entertain themselves a little bit. So as they're going to come down, they're going to open that hand a little wider than they should, maybe take it a little further from their hip than they should, and really let her eat. But if they're doing that, you're going to notice these ropes are going to develop some loops and twists. You got that hand a little more open than you should, and it hits one of those loops, you can go ahead and pop it out of your hand. You lose your brakes on a thruway, that's a bad day on the road, right? We lose our brakes up there, that's a bad day on the ropes. But that's what brings me to Sergeant Ordway. Ryan's not trying to be rude or antisocial. He's not trying to give you his back to be impolite. He's not trying to showcase his well-defined lats and traps. At the infirmary, get a Band-Aid, brother, because you are cut. It's just enough of a reaction, I'm going to keep it. As our senior member and ropes guru, he has the oh-so-important yet not at all glamorous job of rope, safety, or belayment. If one of these guys coming down loses that brake hand, Ryan's going to pull on that rope. It's going to put friction on the device, slowing and hopefully stopping our guy. But again, telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So Adam's going to do us all a favor. He's going to take a couple steps back. He's going to get a running start, and he's going to throw himself off that roof with no hands on the rope. He's going to flying squirrel it, hurtling towards Earth at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second until at the very last second, Sergeant Ordway, if he is physically able and so inclined, will use his raw power and cat-like reflexes to engage a belay, stopping Adam mere moments from certain death, or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your whole seat. You're only gonna need the edge. This part's gonna be awesome. Adam, are you ready?
Let's go, Adam!
No? What do you mean, no? This is a paramilitary organization, Adam. You have been given a directive.
I respectfully decline, Sergeant!
That was respectful. All right, dude, what's it gonna take? Come on, you just jump down, we get it over. What are you talking about? Brian, what are you doing? Encouraging it. You are good. You're very good at positive reinforcement. That's great. Hold on just a second, folks. I'm sorry. Hello, sweetheart. How are you today? What's your name? What's your name? Quinn. All right, Quinn. Did he tell you what to do? Nothing. No instruction whatsoever. Outstanding. All right, Quinn. All right, I'll give you the advanced course. You're holding the rope, which is step one. Step two is when he jumps, you just pull on the rope. Okay? It's easy. Just pull on. On the first bounce, second bounce, it doesn't matter. At some point, just pull on the rope, okay? Everybody stops falling eventually. Good to go. Quinn looks locked in. She's got a lot of intensity, brother. I'm feeling good about it. What do you say?
Not gonna happen!
All right, folks, I'm sorry. Silence is not good for entertainment, but I just got to have a brief sidebar with my colleague in private.
All right.
Hey, Ryan, between you and me, I don't care how this goes. No. We got a lot of guys, it's not a problem. But if he burns in, and Quinn's hands on the rope, and yours aren't, our state fair days are over. No more pizza free, no more Tully's tenders. It's back to crack houses and meth labs, bro. And it is awful, it is. He's back on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan's back on it. Quinn, can you back him up? You're gonna be his backup. We got two now, brother. 2 is 1, 1 is none. What do you say?
He's one hand?
Of course not, 0 hands.
Just said 2 is 1.
Disregard what I said. Folks, you want to see him jump off that roof? Folks, help me count him down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now he controls his descent. Ryan can hold him up there all day if he wants. And Quinn, for making sure our guy did not burn in, I will trade you that rope for one canine, courtesy of the NYST tent over there. Let's hear it for Quinn or Belay. Great job. Folks, as you can see by the end of that demonstration, Adam ended up in a little bit of a spot. You can end up in precarious situations. Gravity does not take an instant off. However, if you do end up twisted or in a bad spot, as long as you keep your head, as long as you keep your cool, and most importantly, as long as you keep your brake hand, you're gonna be A-okay. So if you look up top, we've got Rob and Cole, who are going to come on down and demonstrate.
Stop, so I spin the wheel. My world goes back before I feel an angel lift me up.
All right, they came down to that same standard seated hip rappel everyone else has. But now they're going to transition their break hand from the right to their left. It's going to allow them to go ahead and invert. So now, even though they're upside down, as long as they maintain that newfound break hand, they're not going to smash face first in the grass. It's what we call the commando crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they present their upper body parts to the window. But once they've gone far enough and seen all they feel they need to see, they can go ahead and revert. Reassume that break hand and come on down. Complete with a superhero landing. Ladies and gentlemen, the invert. As a side note, we did recruit these guys to the team directly from a synchronized swimming academy. You can see all those hours in the pool have really paid off. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, it's fine. It's not a secret anymore. All right. Folks, you're gonna pick up on an overarching or reoccurring theme out here in that safety. We're dealing with heights, we're dealing with extreme angles, we're dealing with hard, sharp edges. It's inherently dangerous. People, whether they are rappelling, rock climbing, or even hiking, can get stranded in a position where they can go neither up nor down. We have to have the means to get to them and bring them to safety. Ladders aren't necessarily going to reach high enough, and helicopters can be counterproductive. Those rotors don't do our ropes any favors, if you know what I'm saying. So if we look all the way up top, we've got Adam, who's going to start our demonstration. Say Adam's coming down a sheer cliff face in Adirondack Park, or perhaps Ithaca, because it is gorgeous. He gets himself to a spot he wants to be for a little bit. He's going to take that rope and wrap it around his 8, not once, not twice, but thrice. This is called the tie-off. Once Adam's tied off, he can go hands-free. He can literally and figuratively hang out. He can get his cell phone out, snap a selfie, post it to his MySpace page. Anyone else run MySpace? Thank you, get a hold of me. There's like 4 of us left. But say he's up there, he's enjoying himself doing an oil painting or meditating or whatever, and a rock kicks loose and hits him in the head. At this point, I'm going to need some volunteers from the crowd. Don't worry about raising your hands, guys. We're not that organized. Come on forward. See that rope there that's there for your safety? Ignore it. Come right on over. Come on out, guys. Come on out, guys. All right? Now listen, we don't have enough for everybody, but we have some water balloons in here. So you're going to grab a water balloon. You're going to close with and destroy Adam. Oh, we do not have this many water balloons. If you don't get one, please don't cry. It breaks my heart. Thank you. Let him have it. Oh, right in the speaker. Right to the electrics. Oh, he got him on that one. Let him have it, guys. Oh, I'm dangerously close here. I'm going to catch some. I think that's it, guys. Hold on there. I got you, Hulk. You're good. You're good. I admire the heart, brother. I admire the heart. All right, guys. All right, let's hear it for our rocks, guys.
I got him.
You're all set, guys. Come on back.
I got him. I got him with the water. He's like his
taking her time. She'll get there. Ryan, next year,
I got
lawn
his
darts.
helmet.
Way more accurate, way more entertaining. So now Adam's been knocked unconscious or at least stunned in this situation, right? But we can't leave him up there. We've got a lot of time and money invested in his training, and he owes me some pizza free. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Ben. Ben's going to work his way down his line. He's going to latch hands on Adam, and he's going to hopefully bring them both down to safety. Come on down, Ben.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
Oh, all right. There we go, yeah. We pick all our own music out. Here's a bold choice for Ben. Obviously comfortable in his own skin. What's the matter? That's not your song, they dig it. Oh, he needs his song, DJ. Sorry, DJ Jazzy DeRoshi. He's a bit of a diva, high maintenance, but he goes through doors like wet tissue paper, so we keep him around. Oh, he likes that one. What a man. My goodness. Those moves. You see things you can't see. I'm sorry, folks. As Ben does what we call L out, you're going to notice he has a different piece of equipment on the front of his harness. He's not running a figure 8. he's running what's called a break bar rack. That's going to allow Ben to take additional weight onto his system. That additional weight, in this case, is going to be Adam. Ben's going to want to stop a little above Adam, but before he does anything, he's got to perform a tie-off lest he fall to the ground and become another victim in need of rescue. Once he performs that tie-off, he'll reach for that blue strap on his left hip. That's called a pick-off strap, and it's designed specifically for rope rescue operations. They use a partial inversion and his impressive wingspan to go ahead and hook into Adam's gear. Once he's hooked and locked into Adam, he can go ahead and use those bulging biceps that he somehow shoehorns into an extra medium t-shirt. Double extra large? Not in the men's section, it's not. You see how Adam instinctively reaches for Ben's hips and legs? We're a very close-knit team. At this point, we ask no photos be taken. You see Adam's line is beginning to go slack. That's an indication that his weight is being removed from his system. Now Ben is working to secure all of Adam's hardware so it doesn't fall to the ground, injure anybody, or become damaged. He is working to totally free Adam from his line. He's got him clear and free, so now he's going to go ahead and undo that tie-off and hopefully lower them both safely to the ground. Looks like he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick-off. All right, folks, we've talked about basic rappelling. We've talked about the safety measures we have in place. We've showed you a very small percentage of the rescue work that we are capable of. However, there's also a tactical application of the rappelling that we're demonstrating here today. Say, for example, if there are a bad guy out here creeping around these fairgrounds, he snatches a kid, runs up into that building, and barricades the door shut. Horrible choice of location on his part, but I digress. So now he's got that door barricaded shut. He feels real confident we're not going to be able to breach it. But unfortunately for that bad guy, the Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We can come in through the window. But before we do, we count on all our other partners in the division. All the men and women you see in the gray uniforms with the Stetsons on, those are the road troopers. That is the most dangerous and important job in the Division of State Police. They're the first responders, locking down these chaotic scenes, oftentimes by themselves, getting people to safety. After that, they call on the supervisors, investigators, negotiators, and all our partners in special operations, to include aviation and K-9. We poke fun at each other all the time, but when it comes game time, we work well as a team and we count on each other to get the mission done. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Rob, who's ready to run the recon. Rob's careful to land very gently on top of that roof so as not to let anybody know of his presence. He's going to switch those brake hands, invert, and work into that commando crawl. He'll try to get eyes in each of those windows to locate our hostage and hostage taker. Oh, gee, that is not our target. Get out of there. Speaking of seeing what you cannot see. Oh, they've had a change of heart. They are amorous and aggressive. Amorous and aggressive. Oh, swipe left. Get out of there, Rob. You dead. We have employee assistance program on speed dial for such an occasion. Now he's out of the real danger. He's got eyes in that lower window. He is confirming that our target and our hostage are in that lower window. Now Rob's going to reach up on that harness for a canister. That's a noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashbang. That's going to emit a bright light and loud noise. It distracts and disorients the suspect while we seize the initiative. It looks like Rob's ready to deploy the bang, and it looks like we're ready for Cole to effect the rescue. Cole's in the window. He's trying to find the guy. Oh, overhand right. A pile driver. The people's elbow. Oh, this is good. He is all over into a... Oh, no, suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still undefeated champion, Cole Sheba. Cole. How's Timmy? Timmy, how's Timmy? The kid. That's why you went down there. The kid, yeah. He's still here. Another save for Cole Sheba. Let's hear for Cole. He's a real hero. Just ask him. folks, hopefully you've had a good time out here with us today. Hopefully you can tell that we have a good time out here. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We love working on this awesome tower. We enjoy interacting with you good people. The State Fair represents a nice break for us. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business we're involved in. Along that roof line, we've got 4 sets of numbers. Those are the shield numbers for Michael Strenk, Ross Riley, David Brinkerhoff, and Joseph Longobardo. Those 4 men were operators on our team who died in the line of duty. They made the ultimate sacrifice serving the people of the state of New York, and we think it's those guys that deserve a real round of applause this afternoon. You folks have been a great crowd. We appreciate you guys squinting into the sun to join us. It's been awesome. Feel free to come forward after the show. We'll answer questions. Got stickers for the kids, post for pictures, tasteful of course. You got the museum and the interactive displays over here, both very interesting and air conditioned. And the NYST and Trooper Foundation tents where you can pick up all your state police swag. Thanks again for coming out, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day at the great New York